What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys have seen the last video, we didn't work on the wagon. We went to a car meet and we kind of helped Leo out before he headed back down south. Today we're going to try to button up the wagon and get it back on the ground. If you guys have seen the last video of this car, we got pretty much the bar made for the front radiator support, and we got it to turn on finally, and it sounds freaking awesome. Today I want to do a few things with the car to finalize it, and one of it is the bumper. Now the bumper is still chilling right here, and I literally could just slap it on. Come on now. I literally could just slap it on, but I want to secure this carbon fiber piece into place because it is flapping on the top. It is secured on the bottom, but I wanted to keep this piece because one, it'll draw air directly to the radiator, but two, when the intercooler was in place, this drew air only to the intercooler and not bypassing the sides and going inside the car. So it's a, I don't know if you want to call it a duct, but it's I kind of want to keep it. So before throwing the bumper on, I want to secure it some way, somehow. We'll figure that out. Also, my fenders, you can see that it is it has a fender cutout, and I made this years ago, like 2017 I believe. And the reason why I made this, it was not for a track purpose, it wasn't for the look or whatever the case is. The reason why I did that was because I had my car lifted up at one point in time, and I had some 27-inch mud and snow tires, which is on my brother's car, and I had issues where I couldn't do a full locking turn. I had cut up some stock fenders to make the fender cutout to clear the tire for full lock left, full lock right. Now my brother's car, I just trimmed everything to clear his tire, so he still has his full skirt, but he doesn't have the inside of the skirt, so that way the tire can clear and not fold in his fender. Today I want to take off these fenders and put my original fenders back on. They're kind of baconed, but I kind of liked the more complete look, and also reinstall my side skirts. I have another set of these, my original painted side skirts, that doesn't have the cutoff right here. It's missing literally like 2.5 inches. And lastly, well, not lastly, but I also want to swap out my rear bumper because it is the half cut bumper, and I want to reinstall my bumper with the JDM fog lights. And if we could, we'll make an intake as well, just so that we can have an intake and the IAT sensor has a home location. Usually I start off my videos talking, and the reason why I talk is I kind of want to give you guys a little brief rundown of what you guys are expecting in today's video. So with that being said, let's get to work. My quickest solution: solid, sloppy. So I went to the backyard and I went through my dad's like little hardware box. I found this little bag of like miniature screws. They're really small, and what I did was I took a drill bit and drilled the carbon, right, this is real carbon fiber, and made little holes for the screws to go through because I couldn't do it by hand. And what I did was, after I drilled the hole, I kind of just like eyeballed it and then punctured the screw into the plastic. If you look, this is really thin. I don't know how thick that is, but it's important to get it like super centered so it doesn't go bulging the wrong direction. And then I ended up just doing 2 instead of 1, just to give it a little more like rigidity. And then I just screwed it into the plastic itself. Now if you look on the other side, you don't see the screws at all. Now that we got both sides secured, I'm gonna wait off on putting on the bumper because I want to remove the fenders now. And it's pretty simple. The reason why the bumper is off is because the 2 screws are going to be sitting underneath the bumper that we have to remove. 2 right here, and then we have the 2 inside the door, right? Door has to swing all the way out, and then 3 under the hood. 9091 style only has 1 screw that holds in the corner lamp It's right here under the hood, attached to the headlight bracket, and then it slides off the clip from the fenders. And the JDM EDM corner lamp only has one socket. Now this is right-hand drive, and it has the full right-hand drive harness. So the other plug that's supposed to be here for the USDM cars is actually these side markers. So in part of the fender, I do miss my side markers, and my original fenders to the car has side markers. So the wire that sits back here somewhere, this one, it's already here for the side markers, so that's gonna be functioning instead of just dangling there. So this is my original fender that was painted with the car, so it's the same shade. I think that one was a little bit lighter, but the fenders on this one has the lip kind of flared out because it had the 16x8 XXR 521 plus 20 with an aggressive 215 tire on it, and it kind of folded the fender on like driveways and stuff. But it's not too bad. I'm sure I can shape it back once it's on the car. But side markers here, and the bottom is not cut, obviously. The molding's back in place. That didn't have any of it, so pretty simple. I'm just going to reverse the process here and just get my gaps right and then tighten it down. What in the world? Matches the rest of the car. Plenty of dents. I do kind of want to polish this car out and kind of give it a little bit of loving with the paint to get it kind of, you know, pop a little bit more, because this car kind of needs it. It's been a while since it looked good. My lower drawer has a bunch of side markers. I don't have a socket in mine, so pretty much this one and this one. No light bulbs. With the power of YouTube, on a snap of a finger, fender's gonna switch. Boom. Now, I honestly did not remember my fender on this side being this messed up. I'm not satisfied. I am not satisfied. You know what that means though? I'm gonna have to get one of my other pair of fenders, sand them down, do some body work on it, and try to paint matches so we could have some cleaner fenders. But in the meantime, this will work. Can't forget the corner lamp clips. Fuck, I did that one backward. So as I'm taking off my side skirt, I do not recall when this happened. It's pretty crushed. Crushed to the point that my side skirt won't come off. When did that happen? When did this happen? What in the world? I'm gonna have to hammer that back out. There's a hole right there too. What the hell? These are my original painted side skirts that's kind of been sitting for about 3 years now, since I did the half cut and modified side skirts. And let me show you guys here how much I had to cut off. We took off like an inch. You can see there's no lip on the other end here. I'm honestly not happy with these side skirts. There's a lot of paint chips. a lot of paint chips. Now mind you guys, this car was painted in 2014 and it's seen some abuse. So I mean, this is almost given, especially because it's sat outside all of its paint life. But maybe we'll look forward to giving the wagon a new paint job soon. What I want to do right now is I want to polish or clear coat the headlights. Why? Because they are freaking yellow. They used to be clear, but you know, when they sit outside, these are plastic, they tend to turn yellow. Now I did the CRX one a while ago, and then I put clear on it, and it is really clear. Check it out. Kind of looking for the same result. I'm realizing now that this has clear coat on it. You can feel it. I can feel it. So I probably need to get lower with the grit. I only got 2,000. If I can find 800, I'm gonna chop it with 800. Found some Harbor Freight sandpaper, and 500 is the lowest I found. So I hit the headlight with 500, and you can see the difference. Left side is still yellow, right side is clearer. There's still some clear coat on it, and I'm sanding it to the point where the water is not yellow anymore. It's kind of turning like white, so we're on the right path. But I'm definitely gonna have to chase it because there are some very fine, like 500 scratch marks in there. So you can also see the clear coat right there, all that. So I'm gonna keep sanding and get this thing freaking cleared out. It is starting to sprinkle. It was nice and clear earlier, but I don't know what it is with this weather, boy. So I got my headlights sanded down with 1,000 grit, and they should be ready for some clear coat. I was gonna polish it, but I didn't want to deal with it yellowing later. And clear coat, I mean, if it's not UV protected, it's gonna peel itself anyways. But this was clear before, so I'm just gonna clear it. But I am running low on the secret sauce of the clear coat that I use, but I got sidetracked. I did my mom's headlight because her headlights were JDM yellow, and I sanded this down as well with 500 and 1,000, and I did the first layer of the special sauce. Look at the difference. It is freaking night and day. Wow. Kind of want to do everybody else's car now. I need to order some more of that clear. But typically you can use any clear, but not just any clear if you want it to last. Something UV protected. And for some reason today kind of just turned cold, so I need a little help with the heat gun to dry this up. It should be 10 minutes in direct sunlight, but obviously we ain't got no sun. I took the giant stock wagon rear support and I trimmed it down to be very thin. Obviously when you do the half cut, you'll see the bumper support. So I trimmed it down like the JDM one and welded the little spacers and stuff that I needed to hold the bumper in place and be gapless. I do like the look of this bumper, but you know, sometimes it's nice to have a change. God damn, 3 years. 3 years it sat up there. Look how thick that dust is. But this is the original bumper that was painted with the car. This one has 4 bolts on the support. The modified one only has 2, right? And because I have the JDM right-hand drive harness in the car, that plug for the rear fogs should be in the back. I should actually check it. I thought the wires were on the side, but the harness is actually in the middle right here, and I had to take off this little kick panel to find it. But it seems like the plug itself, it's also centered, and it's supposed to be right here somewhere. Now I don't see a hole for the grommet, and I believe I am just going to drill it out myself, put the grommet through right there and plug it up. This seems to be nicely sealed, nice and tight. I was worried about the muffler tip not clearing the bumper because I've made this exhaust with the half cut and it seems to clear perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and secure everything back together. I miss that look, I really do. The only thing about having the car parked right here like this, the way it is that this car can't come all the way forward because I won't have any space, obviously, and it's not cleared under the canopy. So it just started pouring. Well, it poured a minute ago. Now it's just raining, and I have to put some eyelids on my headlights so that way it can cure. It is already kind of cured, but it's still a little tacky, so I don't want the water to mess it up. Had to do the same for my mom's. This is tacked up already, but hopefully the water doesn't mess it up. I didn't even check the weather for the rain. I don't know how it's looking tomorrow, but one more thing I want to do to the car is fab up an intake. I have all the materials and everything, but I don't want to work on the car right now with the hood pop because of the rain. So tomorrow I'm going to try to make the intake, and I don't know, I'm kind of bringing back to my nostalgic days, chicken wire in the grill. I don't think it looks bad. If I paint it black, I think it looks pretty decent. I'm probably gonna go buy some more because this one is completely torn up. This actually came off my Wing West bumper, and I kind of like it. My brother had it on his Wing West kit, so did my other brother, and to each their own, I guess. So we're probably gonna continue tomorrow, guys. Mañana. So I just went through my cabinet full of material, couplers, T-bolts, piping, and things like that. And this is what I've collected just now. I originally thought this was 3-inch, but apparently it's like 2 3/4. So a 3-inch coupler, literally just, it sits in there super loosely. Now if I put a T-bolt on it, I'm pretty sure I can clamp it down. It's all motor. I'm not worried about leaks or whatever. But I do have 2 3/4 90 that fits perfectly in it, right? And then I have a straight as well right here, Mishimoto, fits in there perfectly as well, like so. And I don't have that many 2 3/4 piping. Now I do have this right here. This is part of a Speed Factory EcoBoost Mustang piping system, and this right here was off of Reese's S14. Now I know I'm not going to use this because it's too much to prep. The black coating on the outside, all of the black coating on the inside, and this is the only pipe I have of that, which is going to require me to make too many pies to get the intake to point where I need it to go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece right here, but it is at a weird S-shaped angle, and I'm going to use this straight piece. Now I could always change this later down the road, but again, this is stock. I'm not looking to make a lot of power. I just need something to run a filter on and a place for the IAT sensor. So I think I'm going to use this S pipe. I'm going to cut it right in the middle and make it a straight S instead of curved. I'm going to use a straight coupler to go under the radiator hose. Obviously that's going to be pointing towards the frame rail, and then we're going to put the filter, which is an AEM dry flow. It's kind of dirty because it sat for some years, but I've had this for a little while, and it's just going to sit somewhere like this but on the inside. Got this portion of the tube welded up. Pretty simple, right? I didn't realize I was running super low on argon. I was running like freaking 910. Turn it up and it started welding a little bit better. So this is gonna go up here because right now I got to mock it up to figure out where the IAT flange is going to sit. We got a good, it's like 1/2 inch to the frame rail, so I'm not worried about that. But IAT sensor, do I want it to be visible? Do I want it to be tucked? How far do I need it? I don't know. Away from the shift lever assembly here. I'm gonna look at some pictures for some reference, probably some like AM intake or something, figure out where I can put this. So I decided that I'm not going to use my last IAT flange. I decided I'm going to use a grommet instead. This is how I have it in my brother's car. This is exactly how it is when you buy like an AM intake or an InGen or something like that. They're just rubber grommets and they are pressed, fit into place. So I drilled a hole right here. I'm going to press this grommet in real quick. I made this grommet, by the way. They sell these at Home Depot. I bought it there before. Not this one, but the style that I'm using. Then press fit IAT sensor into place. That is not going anywhere. Man, that was the worst. I freaking dropped this box right here and all of this scattered all over the freaking floor. So I just got done picking up most of it. But I just got the intake. It's gonna drop again. I just got the intake installed, clamped into place. What bothers me is that this clamp sticks out like a sore thumb. I threw a little foam window seal thing right here between the filter and the frame, so that way it doesn't rub into the paint, but it is secured. Got the IAT sensor hooked up, and guys, we're just about ready to get this thing back on the floor. Look at this giant gap. Literally. This is the reason why I want to put the grill in it, because you can literally go all the way into my engine bay on both ends. I'm definitely doing that chicken wire for sure. Wrong key. Test. What in the blue hell? Where's my damn light bulb? Condensation. What is going on with my signals? Huh. All right, well, I gotta figure that out. Brake booster delete. I do not miss that. everything's in alignment. And there you guys have it. The wagon is back on the road. You guys already know when we do a fresh swap, we drive the car around the block multiple times to make sure everything's good and dandy. And before we even drive it at night, we have to figure out all of our lighting situation, which I'm sure is not a big deal. They all worked before, but the wagon is back. I'm super pumped. I hope you guys are too. I am going to end the video right here. If you guys enjoyed today's update on the wagon, it's finally back. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for some more work on the 88 HF CRX, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.